He doesn't text back for 4 hours. And instead of spiraling, instead of checking his location, instead of rewriting the entire relationship in your head, instead of writing and deleting a passive-aggressive message, instead of asking a friend, is he losing interest? You just continue your day. You eat your lunch, you go for a walk, you don't even notice time. And when he finally does text you, you smile, you respond, and you move on. No drama, no story, no anxiety. And that's not indifference. That's not caring. This is what secure attachment feels like. And if you can't imagine being that calm in this situation, this is exactly why you need to watch this video. Hi my loves, I'm Liloh and welcome back on my channel. So today I want to talk about something I honestly think is one of the most powerful things a woman can understand about herself. And that is how secure women love. Because most of us were never taught this. We learn love through inconsistency, through chaos, through relationships that feel like a roller coaster, through toxicity. And we thought that the intensity was patient. We thought that the anxiety meant we cared, but it didn't. It meant we were terrified. Okay, so let's start about the biggest lie we were told about love. And honestly, I've believed this lie for the longest time in my life. The lie is, love is supposed to be uncertain. The butterfly, the overseeking, the checking your phone, the weddings, the over-analyzing every word, that's love. That's romance. That's passion. But it's not. It's anxiety. And there's a huge difference. Because here's what happens when you have an anxious attachment style. You fall in love and it feels like a roller coaster. What I mean by that is the highs are really high. The morning texts, the conversation at 2 a.m., the feeling of being finally chosen. But the lows are devastating. And what you don't realize is that your nervous system is actually addicted to them, to those lows, because the anxiety followed by reassurance create a chemical loop. Cortisol spike, then dopamine hit when family takes back, and your body starts to confuse this loop with love. And if you have an avoidant attachment style, it's different, but it's the same root. You pull away when things get close. You feel suffocated by intimacy. You're telling yourself that you're independent and that you don't need anyone. But underneath that independence, there is deep fear. The fear that if someone really sees you, they'll leave. So you leave first, emotionally, quietly, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. And for both of these patterns, the lie is the same. You think chaos is chemistry. You think uncertainty means death. You think that peace means boredom. And so you keep recreating the same relationship with different faces, wondering why love feels always like survival, wondering why all your relationships always end the same way. So what does secure love actually looks like? Let me break it down, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Number one, she communicates without manipulating. And this is one of the most important, because most of us don't even realize that we're manipulating. Like using silence as a punishment. Like saying, I'm fine, when in reality you're bubbling inside. Testing people, doing something just to see if they notice, if they care. Giving the cold shoulder until they chase us. And we call it protecting our feelings. But it's not. It's control. A secure woman knows she doesn't have to play a game because she knows she's enough. She respects herself enough to be direct. She says, hey, when you did that, it hurt me. Can we talk about it? That's it. No performance, no manipulation, no punishment, just truth and honesty. Number two, she doesn't abandon herself to keep someone. And I need to talk about this because I did this for years. Like I will literally change my personality depending on who I was dating. If he was into fitness, suddenly I was a gym girl. If he was into gaming, suddenly I was a gamer. If he was an intellectual, I'm reading philosophy at 11 p.m. pretending. And I thought I was being adaptable. I thought I was easy to love. I thought I was easy to be with. But in reality, I was just disappearing. Because a secure woman rather be alone than sacrificing her own needs. Like, she doesn't shrink, she doesn't accommodate, she doesn't over-explain, and she doesn't stay in places that erodes her self-respect. Because she knows the relationship you have with yourself is the one that set the tone for every other relationship you'll have in your life. And number 3, she lets people show up for her. And maybe this one might surprise you because I know we talk a lot about independence. A lot of us say, I don't need anyone, I'm self-made, I got myself. And yes, self-sufficiency is beautiful and I love that for us. But a secure woman also allows support. Like they receive love without guilt. They let that partner care for them. They ask for help when they need it. And they don't push people away to prove they're strong. Because true strength isn't holding everything alone. It's holding your own and still letting someone hold you. And I know that if you're anxious, receiving love feels terrifying because you wait for it to be taken away from you. And if you're avoidant, love feels suffocating. But secure love teaches you that you can be held without being trapped. And that's healing. Now I want to address something because I know a lot of you are sitting there thinking, Liloh, this sounds amazing, but I'm not there. I'm anxious, I'm avoidant, I'm a mess in a relationship. And I want to say this to you with so much love. You are not a mess. You have an attachment style that was formed by your experience, by what you lived through, by what you didn't receive. And that is not your fault. But healing it, that's your responsibility. And I don't say that to make you feel bad. I say that because it is the most empowering thing that you will ever hear. Because if your patterns were learned, they can be unlearned and you have the power to do it. And the bridge between insecure and secure is built with 3 things. And I really want you to sit with this. Number 1, self-awareness. So self-awareness is understanding your patterns without judging them. Like noticing, oh, I'm checking his Instagram because I'm anxious, not because there are actually something wrong. And that awareness alone changes everything because now you have a choice. Before awareness, you are on the pilot. After awareness, you're in the driver's seat. 2, self-compassion. And this is the one most people skip because on this journey, you will fall back into your old patterns. You will have moments, you will have time where you'll chase or run or shut down or say something that you will regret. And the instinct is to beat yourself up. Like, I'm so stupid, I thought I was past this, why did I do that? I feel so dumb right now. But self-compassion say, I am human, I am learning, and the fact that I noticed the pattern is the proof that I am growing. Because the gap between the trigger and your awareness gets shorter every time. And one day, you'll catch yourself before you react. And that secures love building. And I want to share something personal with you guys because I think it's important. So I used to be that girl, the one who checks her phone every 5 minutes. The one who rewrote the entire text conversation, trying to decode hidden meanings. The one who felt physically sick when someone pulled away. Like my chest was collapsing and I will do anything to restore the connection. I over-explain, overgive, over-apologize. And I call it being loving. But it's not love, it's fear, baby. And the turning point for me wasn't a romantic relationship. It was my relationship with myself. Because I've come to realize that the way I abandoned myself in a relationship was the same way I abandoned myself everywhere. I said yes when I wanted to scream no. I gave pieces of my soul to people we didn't even notice. And I thought life was love. But it ends today. And here's the truth no one tells you. People pleasing isn't kindness. It's self-sabotage. It's you giving your power away so someone else can feel comfortable. And once I started healing that, not by finding the right person, but by becoming the right person for myself, everything shifted. I didn't need to chase because I was no longer chasing worthiness. I didn't need to run. I didn't need to hide because I was no longer afraid of being seen. And I didn't need to play games because I finally respected myself enough to be real. And that's when the right love found me. Not because I was lucky, but because I was ready. And I want you to know that you can be ready too, wherever you are. And when you start showing up differently, the love you attract changes. Not because you're trying to attract a different kind of person, but because you are different. You stop falling for potential and you start choosing presence. You stop confusing anxiety with chemistry. And you start recognizing the peace as a real passion. And you stop accepting crumbs because you know you deserve the whole table. And here's what I really want you to hear right now. The way you love is a direct reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. Because when you treat yourself like someone really worth staying for, you stop accepting people who leave. When you honor your own needs, you stop apologizing for them, for having them. When you speak kindly to yourself, you stop accepting the people who speak to you like you're nothing. And you deserve a love that feels like coming home. Not a love that feels like you're holding your breath. And that kind of love, it doesn't start with finding the right person. It starts with becoming, with being the right person for yourself. And the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. So respect it, honor it, protect it. That's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. And if you loved and enjoyed this video, if it was helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and share, and subscribe to my channel. I wish you the best of the week, and I see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.